Hey guys, Julian here. Today I'm showing you how to make ambient pads. As per usual, the files for this tutorial, all the MIDI, samples, presets, all of that kind of stuff is in the description. You can get it for just $5 on my Bandcamp. If you want to support me, this is a great way to do it. So thank you so much. Anyway, here's the video. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Operator. I really like using Operator for ambient sounds because with FM synthesis, it's so like nuanced and you can get so many like subtle kind of changes within it that it's very nice for making ambient sounds. So yeah, we're gonna use Operator. First thing I'm gonna do, and first thing I usually do with like any kind of sound design, is I like to shape the envelope of the synth before doing anything else. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn up the attack time a little bit, so it's more of like it sort of goes into the sound more sort of like over time, I guess. I'm going to turn the sustain down a little bit. I'm going to turn the decay up, like that maybe. And then we're going to turn the release up a bit. So this all together should be sounding like this. So already the sound has like a little bit more life than like, say, just this, which is just like the default sound. So I think after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start turning on some of these other operators, and I'll show you, you can really get some cool sounds with these. The trick is to use sine waves, but what you do is put them all at different pitches, like with the coarse pitch, and try to keep the pitches to even numbers. I don't know exactly how this coarse pitch works, to be honest with you, because I know going from 1 to 2 is an octave, but going from 2 to 3 is not an octave. So it's a little weird, but as long as you keep it on the even numbers, it should sound good. And I'm not really touching the envelope on this. I'm just sort of turning up the level and just letting it sort of affect this first oscillator. Whoops. Okay, so we do need to turn up a little bit of release. And maybe turn the level down a little bit. Yeah, like something like that. It's pretty good. I think I'm also going to turn on the LFO. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this, I'm going to keep it on all the default settings. By default, it's on the pitch of every oscillator, which is fine because if you put this amount down to like, say 4, or let's do 5, and then put the rate down a little bit, you can get like a drifting kind of vibrato effect. That sounds pretty good for these kind of ambient sounds. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a filter on here, just a low pass, no envelope. I literally just want it to be like sort of restricting some of those higher frequencies. So already we've got a pretty good sound. That's pretty usable, and we could definitely do a lot with this. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a chorus, just to give it a little bit of stereo width, and a grain delay. And with the grain delay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the dry wet down. I'm going to unsync it from the BPM, and we're going to set this to like maybe 70 milliseconds. I'm not entirely sure. I have to mess with it. I'm going to turn the feedback up a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the spray up a bunch, and then we'll put the pitch up an octave. So now, this will sound like this. And you can play around with this, but I really like this spray for creating kind of like weird stuff in the high end. Yeah, like that. Maybe a little bit more spray. But yeah, so grain delay can be really useful for these kind of sounds because it can help you, again, just kind of add like cool textures to things that you wouldn't really be able to get otherwise. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some reverb on here. Now, if any of you are maybe a little bit more experienced, you know, reverb is the secret to ambient sounds. It's the way you make everything all washed out and cavernous. So we're going to do that here. I'm just going to turn the dry wet and the decay time up a bit. And that's sounding pretty good, really. From here, I mean, we pretty much have the sound, but from here, you can do a few other things, like maybe you could do, like you could put a filter on here, and then put like maybe an LFO on it, so it will be like this. You know, you can do stuff like that, maybe. You can put like the Haas effect on here, which I have talked about in depth, I know, if you want to make it like bigger. the possibilities are kind of endless. I just wanted to start this to show you sort of like where you can start from and what you can do with that in the end. So as always, if you like this tutorial, let me know in the comments. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, maybe even share this video. That's going to be it for today, guys. I just want to show you how to make some ambient pads. And like I said, you can get the project file and all the stuff from this in the description. And yeah, I'll see you guys again tomorrow for another tutorial.